Logan. Jim Galvin going back, goal side, prods it away. Comes to Canavan, Peter Canavan. His brother just alongside him. Here's Jody Gormley. That's a great start for Tyrone, and Jody Gormley kicks over their third point. Well, he's only scored 2 points in the entire championship so far. Well, this was an excellent point set up by Peter the Great, as they call him, and Jody Gormley is a student at the University of Ulster, Jordanstown, where his student union president presides here. The Dubs followers, whatever about the team, I think are shell-shocked. Here's Gormley again. They've certainly won midfield in these opening minutes, but it's early days yet. Stephen Lawn leaping in the air there with Keith Galvin. Comes down to Paul Bealin. Free to Dublin. Keith Barr kicking, and that will steady down the nerves a bit. A wonderful free kicked over in excellent fashion by Keith Barr. Knocked forward here by Jim Galvin, does such useful work. And that's a free kick for Dublin. Faye Devlin's tackle there goes punished by the referee, Paddy Russell. A chance for Charlie Redmond to test the kicking skills. Not much hint of a thigh strain there. Over it sailed, and Charlie puts just the minimum between the teams. Coming forward there and making it his was Keith Barr. Up quickly to take it towards Jason Sherlock, certainly causing a few early headaches for Chris Lawn. Jim Galvin. Sherlock again, fouled, free to Dublin. Jason thought about taking it quickly there, and the older heads in the team, I think, told him just take it easy, plenty of time. Just a variation on a theme, but over it goes, and the sides are level, and the Dubs have made a full recovery. 3 points apiece then after 10 minutes. Some holding by Jody Gormley, and the referee wants the free taken from the correct position as play continue there, and Pat O'Neill making his point. Well, they were slow to settle, as we know, against Cork, and then showed a maturity. Keith Barr across towards Dessie Farrell. Dessie against Faye Devlin. That's an awkward angle, but he makes very little of it. Dessie Farrell gets his first point, and Dublin take the lead for the first time.
Yeah, great ball in here, and Dessie fetched it well, pretended to go right, and then slammed it over with his left leg. Marvellous goal. Yes,
tremendous accuracy. Dessie being marked by Seamus McCallan. Ball comes down here towards Ciaran Walsh, with a quiet opening to this match. Now Paul Clarke. Lovely ball lobbed inside there, and across came Paul Devlin. Charlie Redmond trying to pick it up. Redmond advancing, back it goes to Jason Sherlock. It's gone wide, protest, and it should perhaps be a 45. That was close. It was a wonderful ball through the centre initially to set it all up with Jason Sherlock and Charlie Redmond in there.
Yes, a great ball from Charlie Redmond here, but Sherlock, in fairness to him, he nearly got that one as well. Yeah, first time, and had a right go, and you know, with a little bit of luck, it could have come into the corner of the net.
He takes a very high percentage of those chances in front of goal. Ciaran Walsh, that's a lovely fetch, but he's had to come to midfield to get more into the game. Towards Peter Canavan. Brilliant in the opening minutes, but now we need to see a little bit more of him. He's looking for quality ball out of midfield. This to try and tie up the match at 4 points apiece. Peter Canavan's kick curls in delightfully once more. Teams level for the second time in this final. That's a third point for Peter Canavan. And the Dubs come forward through Paul Curran. Dessie Farrell once again. Farrell having a quick look up to see who's making the darting run forward. It's Charlie Redmond. on towards Mick Galvin. There's two men in that inside forward line right now. To his right, he's got Jason Sherlock. Back here is Paul Curran. Once again, Charlie Redmond. Well, nobody in space there for him. Poor clearance there between goalkeeper and the full back. And Chris Sloan, I think, having a quick word with McConnell. Waste of possession, really. So Farrell kicking in. And kicking wonderfully over the bar. A second point for Dessie Farrell. Dublin lead by a point once again. Brian Stynes. Jody Gormley picked it up very low. Gormley forward nicely as far as Ciaran Walsh. Loughran gets the free in. Referee has a quick word with Paul Clarke. And referee Paddy Russell just explaining.
I noticed Peter is starting to kick quite a number of the balls from the ground today. He kicked most of them from his hands in the semi-final.
That's true.
I think this was a very wise tactic.
And that's another wonderful kick. Sides level yet again. 4 points for Peter Canavan. 5 points apiece. Here's Mick Galvin. Galvin ran into the challenge from Ronan McGarrity. The referee says it was just McGarrity's momentum that carried him into that challenge. Now Ciaran Walsh, Tyrone's captain. Will he be taking Sam back once again to the north? Ciaran Walsh dancing away from the challenges. Good tight control, but then he leaves it behind to Paul Curran. That was an excellent steal by Curran. Now Jim Gavin. Dessie Farrell, good scoring chance. And he's put it over the bar. Dublin in front once again. So Dessie Farrell here producing a third point in this match. It was nicely set up, Mick.
Yes, it was well set up, and Dessie, as I said earlier on, he's deadly today.
3 chances, 3 points taken. It certainly is a seesaw battle, as they say. Dublin then with their noses just in front. Paul Bealin kicked into the inside forward line, and here's Jason Sherlock on a favourable touch that time. Still Sherlock, and who'll complete the race? It's in! And it's Charlie Redmond who scored. Injuring himself in the process. He'll make light of that. There was just a little misunderstanding in the Tyrone backline. Jason Sherlock in initially, and Charlie, who's had many disappointments in All-Ireland finals, he was in here. Watch Jason Sherlock just touch it forward under the falling body of McConnell, and in came Charlie, and he was not going to be stopped. Well, a bit like a rugby player racing for the line. Just saw the white of the line, in he came, as if his life depended upon it. He made it his. Paul Curran setting up another attack with Paul Clarke roaming all over the field. Back to Curran once again. Ciaran Walsh in vain pursuit. But here's Curran. He's a marvellous footballer. Embellishing a wonderful performance in this final with his first point. And Dublin now lead by double scores. 3 minutes to go to the break.
He was straight through. From the moment he got it, he had his mind made up that he was going to get a score, and he banged it over from about 40 yards. A great score.
Bealin trying to close him down. Pascal Canavan to Matt McGleenan. First chance of getting in the action, fouled.
The Tyrone are taking too much out of the ball. That'd be more advisable for them to let it go first time.
Some more direct tactics perhaps will pay off. Here's Ciaran McBride. McBride making that incision there, producing the foul, producing the free kick. And that's exactly what they need, players who can take possession and run at the Dublin backs. Here's Peter Canavan. A vital kick, this one, to keep them well in touch, heading close to the break. 5 points for Canavan, all of them from frees. 4 points the margin.
Yeah, the wind has died down a little bit now, George. You just watched the flag at the railway in there, and I think the wind has died a little bit.
And our friend, of course, is still up there next to the national flag. There he is, dangerous position, and into the bargain he was smoking as well. Here's Ciaran Walsh. In towards Peter Canavan, back it comes in towards Jody Gormley. Now Stephen Lawn, advancing with some purpose but running into a cul-de-sac. Ciaran Walsh. Dublin seem to have more space in the Tyrone half of the field. Here's Jason Sherlock, outside of the boot, good ball. McCallum does well against Dessie Farrell. Farrell picks it up the second time. Chance of a score here. Falling perhaps to Jim Galvin. And Galvin knocks it over the bar with great confidence. There's a greater purpose in this Dublin attack right now.
Yeah, this was a great score again. Dessie Farrell contested it and won it well and laid it back. And a great score, well taken. But then again, earlier on, it was Jason Sherlock that started that move.
Dublin creating far more chances in this first half. 17 against 9 for Tyrone. But now Tyrone needing perhaps a late score in the end of this first half. Dinky McBride beaten by Mick Deegan, not standing on ceremony, knocking it away. Obviously touched a Tyrone player. That's Ciaran McBride. Here it is again, and he fell down onto that ball. That's the final whistle of the first half. Dublin took their time to settle. Tyrone made by far the better start and were 3 points up before Dublin got going. But then that critical goal towards the end of the first half, credited to Charlie Redmond, and that certainly set Dublin on their way. And they go in at half-time, leading by 5 points. Dublin finally to deliver. It's Dublin 1-8, Tyrone 6 points.